Alright, guys, I'm going to keep it down a little bit because we do have people sleeping in the house. I want to talk about the future war, the Tomorrow War, because I've just finished watching it. And by the way, if you haven't seen it, please do go and watch it. I actually thoroughly enjoyed the movie. There's no real politics involved. It's just a good, honest film where not every white guy's a bad guy. But let's jump into it. So I'm going to try and avoid spoilers and stuff like that. But some of you may have heard that the left is collectively losing their minds when it comes to this movie. They are freaking out. And I think I know why. This movie represents everything that they hate. For example, the main lead, or one of the main leads, is a white guy who's not a dropkick father. He is a good dad who wants to protect and save his kid. And obviously there is the whole dropkick dad angle and stuff when it comes to the grandfather. Not really much of a spoiler, but obviously that all ends up, yeah. But at the end of the day, you have this major character, Chris Pratt, who is a white guy who puts everything on the line to go and save the future for his kid. And that in itself really would rub the left because he's not a black guy. He's a white guy. He's a white guy who has strong family values trying to save the future for his kid. Can anyone see why they might have a problem with this movie? Not only that, but for example, the military is not a bunch of bad guys. The military is trying to save the world. You have a bunch of mixed cast. There's, different races and everything involved. But not only that, but you also have one scene where you see like flags from all the different countries. And it sort of shows that at the end of the day that these countries, these national countries, still have their national identity. That even at the end of the world, the hordes of aliens literally coming into the gate. And at the end of the day, they still have their national flags. They still have their national identity. And that in itself would also rub the left. But yeah, that to me is the biggest problem that the left have with this movie. Is the fact that at the end of the day, this is a guy who is trying to save his daughter, trying to save the future of humanity. And this would just rub them the wrong way. Because he's a white guy. He's not a dropkick father. He's a really good dad who is trying to prevent this future catastrophe from happening. And, like you see him here in that, sort of thing, like playing around with his kid. It's a white guy with a white wife and a white kid. Yeah. Obviously, there are black characters in this that do have important roles, and to be honest, it felt like an organic film. It felt like a film that was organic. It's not hey, we're going to put a bunch of black people in because we've got to meet certain criteria, and at the end of the day, that would just rub the left right up the wall. So obviously, at the end of the day, look. So, yeah, obviously that would rub the left right up the wall. Sorry, I was in Discord and I jumped out for a sec. That would rub the left in the wall. That would rub the left up the wall anyway. No, obviously just the fact that, like the whole national identities, the flags, the military not being a bunch of bad guys, all that sort of stuff. It's, if you want to make the argument that at the end of the day that the military has sent these guys in as cannon fodder, you could probably make that argument. These guys weren't very well prepared. Sure, maybe that's want to be your argument, but to be honest, yeah, it's a generally good film. If you haven't seen it, please do go and see it. I'm not going to give spoilers. And to be honest, the more this movie becomes popular, the more the left hates it. So if you really want to own the left, go and watch a good movie. It goes for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it has a really good storyline, and there's a little bit of stuff when it comes to like a little bit of progressive stuff, like global warming stuff and all that sort of shit. But at the end of the day, it's manageable. But as for that, like I say, it's a white guy with a white wife trying to save his white kid. There are black characters, like that guy in the red shirt there. He's a pretty big character. You see him a fair bit, and he's a hero. He's a hero himself. And that's the thing. The whole thing is just organic. It's not forced. And that they haven't made people they haven't put people in just to go through and tick boxes, which is what the left really, really wants. But guys, if you do get a chance, please go see it. It was an absolute amazing, and we'll get into the left's response, because that's kind of important too. So the left have been collectively losing their mind regarding this. They've just been losing it on Twitter. War. I'm watching Tomorrow War right now, a movie that Chris Pratt played in, aka my favourite actor. But we'll give that a retweet. The Tomorrow War is so good. Holy shit. I haven't watched Tomorrow War yet, but there's just one scene in this. Dude, it is why it's always good. Okay. The Tomorrow War is great. I'd rate it an 8.5, 8.9 out of 10. I would say, probably 8.59. Yeah. Tomorrow War o'clock. So obviously people are going and watching it and they're loving it, right? But here, Amazon's Tomorrow War is problematic premise being the polar opposite of the Terminator. So time travel recruits past to fight a war in 30 years instead of spamming all those years preparing for the war. Is this a joke? Nah, I'll be fine. And this is a guy that and if you've already watched Tomorrow War, don't fret, the Skyline films are still on Netflix waiting for you. I actually watched it. I loved it. I thought it was really good. Tomorrow War is an epic movie. 8 out of 10 for me. The Tomorrow War, I hope I won't be disappointed. The Tomorrow War is more than 2 hours. Yeah, I thought it went for about 2 hours. Why? I don't have the attention span for that. People are just like, like your biggest complaint is that it goes for too long. Wow, it's not like it's 3 hours, dude. Movie lineup for tomorrow: Doctor Strange, Captain America: Civil War, Thor. See, Marvel. Okay, yeah. Tomorrow is a chilling vision of the future. What if AI started making movies? Fun, thrilling ride from the beginning to end. Very, very long movie, but still a blast. Yeah, it did go for a while, that's for sure. Is top tier Act 2 action movie packed. I love how they're advertising the majority of people watching tomorrow are DSMP Dark Side Phil fans, maybe. So just watching Tomorrow War. I didn't expect Mark to be this good. I wanted it to work out. I finished watching. So, yeah. So a lot of people are keen for it, but the left is losing it because of family values. And that's what I think it is. It's family values. It's a white guy who saves the world. At the end of the day, it's problematic. Yeah. So everybody's saying it's like epic. So the people that aren't into this whole identity politics, they love it. The people that are into identity politics, they hate it. Let's see what the... They're claiming it's a video game masquerading as a movie. I'd say it's different. Maybe. Could be Call of Duty. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, look, obviously, I liked it. I did. I thought it was great. I didn't sit there looking at the clock. I started watching it at about 12 my time. It's now 10 to 2. So, yeah, I would say, yeah, it probably goes for about 2 hours and 20 minutes, 2 hours, 15 minutes. The only complaints I have is there's references to North Korea, and they call that North Korea China. Problematic. But apart from that, yeah, I didn't really have any problems with it. But yeah, I don't want to get into the reviews because they're going to spoil it. So, but guys, go watch it. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Have you seen Tomorrow War? What did you think? What was your thoughts and opinions? Personally, I liked it. I thought it was really, really well done, and I liked it. And at the end of the day, like I said, there wasn't things just for diversity. You know, all white guys aren't bad. All guys aren't bad. You know, at the end of the day, it's actually a guy that saves the world. God forbid, you know, they don't have to sit there and talk about toxic masculinity. And that's why I think the left have a problem with it, is because at the end of the day, it's not pushing an agenda. And God forbid this film becomes popular because it might give Hollywood ideas. But that's what I think their problem with it is that they're trying to knock it down so that it doesn't become popular, because at the end of the day, if it does, Hollywood might get some more ideas. You know, maybe they'll stop making Terminator sort of style movies. You know, the last one at least anyway. Let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Apart from that, guys, obviously the video has been helpful. Please smack that like button if you're new to the channel. Welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, have a great night and enjoy yourself.